All right, we are about to tip off the middle school city championship between the Indians of Miami and the Portage Rams. This is Tom Bailey, TV radio broadcast teacher from Portage Middle School. And it has been a harrowing tournament for both teams. Miami's only loss was against Portage in the Wayne Bowl. So this is a rematch of the Wayne Bowl. And Portage has yet to lose. So this is going to be two really good teams facing off.
Number 2, WRAM Green. Number 5, Jalen Kilthall. Number 3, Cameron Rook. And number 22, Mylan Stevens.
All right, those are your starters for the Miami Indians. Now for the non-starters of Portage.
Your Portage Rams. Non-starters first, number 45, Britton Rogers. Number 22, Tristan Howard. Number 14, Caden Hine. Number 33, Lamb. Number 31, Tyreek Gray. Number 21, Alden Rice. Number 43, Braden Rice. Number 42, Javon Allen. Number 34, Bryce Mauricio. Number 30, Ricardo Carvajal. Number 32, Jared Wade.
That's Jerron Wade.
Q-Love. Number 50, Cordell Sanders. Now for your starting lineup. Number 35, Javion. Number 20, Micah Key. Number 15, Quavion Easterly. Number 25, Ashawn Jackson. And number 22, Tristan Howard.
All right. So in the starting lineup, Miami has Javante Eldridge, who is a monster. That is number 10 for them. He goes to work on the block and all over the place. And then for Portage, Quavion Easterly is slick and fast, and he gets a lot of things done. This is going to be a great matchup. Great kids on both sides. Great coaches on both sides. Want to give a shout out to Coach Marcus Harrell and of course Coach Victor Dean. This is the rematch that we've been waiting for. Right now, Portage has the 1-0 advantage, but this is the championship game. Can they duplicate their success from the Wayne Bowl about a month ago? And the tip is taken by Portage. Howard goes up, and he scores the first basket of the game. Portage is up 2-0. Of course, they go down to Eldridge. The ball is stolen, and stolen back by Eldridge, and he ties the game at 2. Easterly has it at the top of the key. Surveying the defense, he passes it to Wimbley at the wing. He goes to King, who dribbles into the high post. Ishawn Jackson looking to see what's available against this zone. His shot gets blocked. So Miami takes it across half court. Wimbley is matched up on Eldridge, and Eldridge is able to get it up 4-2. Eldridge is their go-to player from Miami. He's a monster, and he's tough to stop. Pass goes to Jackson down low. He throws it up off the backboard. It's no good, and Eldridge with the defensive board. Near steal by Easterly, but not to be had. King on the defense for Portage. And Javion Wimbley commits the foul, and Eldridge is able to finish. So Eldridge will be shooting a free throw here with 4.5 left in the first quarter, and Miami with a 6-2 advantage. And it's good. And it'll be Easterly who takes it across half court for Portage. He turns the corner, gets stopped. Pass goes to Wimbley. It goes back to Easterly. They're looking to trap and get the ball out of the hands of Easterly. Ishawn Jackson lines up a three, and he misses badly, and it bounces off of two players, and it stays there. Ricocheted off of Miami last. It'll be Portage's ball underneath. Inbound comes to Easterly. He turns the corner. They kick it to Ishawn Jackson, who takes a dribble and a jump shot, and it's good, cutting the deficit to 3 with just under 4 minutes to go. And defensive matchup missed, and that leaves number 3 open for Miami. And that is Ruch playing from the different position. Easterly with a needless turnover, and that takes the lead up to 8, and Victor Dean has seen enough, and he calls a timeout. So during this 30-second timeout, we'd like to give a shout out to the city of Fort Wayne for giving Portage Middle School a CFAB grant that has helped us upgrade our broadcasting and our ability to do this. We'd also like to give a shout out to Miss Elizabeth Lord Carey and Tim Moriarty at LTV, who have also supported us in the broadcasting endeavor. And things not looking good right now for the Portage Rams. And to be honest, in the first matchup, Miami had the advantage for most of the game, and it really wasn't until the last 3 minutes of the game that Portage was able to slip in, force some turnovers, and turn the tide and get the win against Miami. This time, Miami looks a lot more assertive than they did before. So let's see if Portage can match that intensity. Easterly passes it to Jackson. Jackson goes to the high post to Howard. That pass gets tipped, and it's a turnover. And Easterly picks up the foul. Caden Hine and Cornell Sanders check in for Portage. And wide open 3 for Miami, and they make it. And now the advantage should be 15-4, not 14-4, but the advantage is 11 at this point. They just fixed it. So King will inbound it for Portage. Easterly brings it across half court. Miami is doing everything in its power to take the ball out of Easterly's hands. Easterly is unable to finish the shot, which leads to a transition basket for Miami, and that's good. Nothing going right for Portage to start the first quarter. Pass it to Hine on the wing. It ends up in Easterly's hands. Easterly looks to drive. He passes it to Sanders. Sanders passes it back to Easterly. Easterly goes up. He's unable to finish. Rebound secured by Eldridge. And another empty possession for Portage as Miami advances across half court. And an errant pass by Miami. 2 minutes and 19 seconds left in the first quarter. And Portage is reeling at this point, down 13. They pass it across half court to Caden Hine. Hine makes an errant pass, which is a turnover. Portage gets back on defense, but mismatch comes over. And here's that man again, Eldridge, with the rebound, and he draws the foul on Cornell Sanders.
At the line, shooting 2 for the Indians, number 10, Javante Eldridge.
And the first one comes off the back iron. One more coming. And the second one is good. Brings the lead to 14 for Miami. Easterly takes it down the lane. He kicks it to Hine, who shoots the three. That's overshot. I can see it from here. Eldridge gets the rebound. Miami looks to capitalize in transition. The three-pointer goes up. It's no good. Rebound secured by Tristan Howard. He looks to advance it for Portage. He's able to dribble it through three people, and he's able to draw a foul and make the shot. And that's exactly the type of play Portage needed right now because they were finding themselves in a hole. So the deficit is 12 for Portage, and Howard has the opportunity to take it down to 11 if he can make this free throw. And he does. And the jump shot from the high post goes up. Eldridge with the rebound, and he's able to finish on the rebound. And tipped pass. Miami basically saying anybody but Quavion Easterly with how they're playing defense. And now Easterly is able to slither his way down the lane and get the bucket. It's hard to keep a good man down, and that brings the lead down to 11 with just under a minute to play. They look for Eldridge at the high post. He kicks it back to the corner, and rebound fought for and secured by Sanders, but he turns the ball over, and Eldridge unable to finish. King push it across half court, finds Easterly in the corner for the three. It's no good. Eldridge with the rebound, and the outlet pass goes out, and it's good. And that's a 4-point turnaround if you consider it. Easterly goes up, and he's unable to finish. 15 seconds left in the first quarter. They kick it to Eldridge in the corner, and that rims off. Hine with the rebound. It gets tipped, and it bounces off of Easterly. Portage is not ready. They need to settle down and figure it out, because they are getting beaten to every loose ball and turning over the ball and coming up with empty possession after empty possession. So another wide open look for Miami, and they almost make that one. And Cornell Sanders with the rebound there right before the quarter. So this is not unlike how the other game went. Miami had a huge advantage in the Wayne Bowl, and eventually Portage settled down and was able to close the gap and take the lead at the end. So Coach Dean is going to have to find some solutions, and of course Coach Hassel is pretty happy with how things are going. During this timeout, we'd like to thank the fine people at LTV, Tim Moriarty and Elizabeth Lord Carey, for giving us this opportunity to broadcast. So Portage finds itself in a 13-point deficit. Possession arrow favors Miami to start the second quarter. So Eldridge just checked out for Miami while they hold the 13-point deficit. Portage coming out in the 2-3 zone. And that's a travel because he dragged his pivot foot. I apologize to the Miami faithful, but the jersey numbers that they're wearing don't match the roster because they've had to wear Wayne's jerseys. And that'll be a kick ball. So Easterly kicks it to Jackson. Jackson goes back to Easterly. Easterly goes up. He gets fouled. He'll be shooting two.
At the line, shooting two for the Rams, number 15, Quavion Easterly.
And he leaves the first one short. And that one's good. And Portage showing full court press. And Miami able to get it past half court, but that turns into a scrum for the basketball and almost a turnover. But Miami able to turn it out. Wild shot taken. Ishawn Jackson catches the air ball. He looks opposite, and the pass is way too hard for anybody to catch, let alone Quavion Easterly. So Portage still showing press. And ball is tipped by Jackson, but Portage unable to get their hands on it. The floater goes up by number 22, and that's good. And Easterly finds himself in the corner, and he turns it over. And Kelsaw scores in front of three Portage defenders. Easterly goes up strong, and he is unable to finish. And they're going to call a reach-in foul on Easterly, and that's his second foul. Keyshawn Love is checked into the game for Portage. And he's matched up on Eldridge. So they're in a box and one is essentially what this has become for Portage. And rebound secured by Miami on the opposite side. And Easterly almost able to come up with it. And Ishawn Jackson gets called for the tap. So they're looking for Eldridge on the thing, and they call the offensive foul as he tries to initiate contact. So Jackson takes it down the lane, and he has his shot blocked by Eldridge. So it'll be Love taking the ball out of bounds for Portage. Jackson lines up a three, and he overshoots it by a lot. And it's out of bounds. It'll be Portage's ball because the Miami player stepped on the line apparently. Love passes it in to Easterly. Easterly drives down the lane. He gathers himself, does the teardrop. It's no good. Easterly kicks to Mackay King, who was able to hit the left-handed runner. And the lead is now 14. And a steal by Mackay King. He pushes it. They kick it back up top, but it's a bad pass. But Easterly gets fouled. I mean, Portage has got to be very secure and deliberate with their passes against this aggressive Miami defense. So they inbound to Easterly. Easterly gets a running shot. They kick it to Love. Love looks to the corner to Jackson. Jackson steps back, comes off of the back iron, but Eldridge gets the defensive rebound. And another layup given up by Portage. And a wild sequence leaves Ishawn Jackson with the ball a second time. And after all of that, it'll be Portage's ball side out. Portage playing frenetically. Nothing is coming easy to them. They look a little nervous. And they almost gave it away to Tolles on Thursday. They should have won by a lot, but something happened where they got a little nervous. I think Quavion Easterly picking up his fifth foul did that. So Easterly with the ball, thought about the three. He picks up his dribble in a bad spot. Tristan Howard mishandles the ball. Tristan Howard gets the ball again. He misses the shot. Keyshawn Love gets the rebound. They kick it out to Easterly, but 3 seconds called on Portage. So Keyshawn Love checks out of the game, and Ishawn Jackson checks in. Javion Wimbley has also joined the Portage lineup. And a steal by Jackson leads to 2 points. Deficit is still 14. And another steal by Portage. And a lot of contact and nothing called. And another near basket for Miami. They pass it ahead to Ishawn Jackson. Ishawn Jackson Takes it down the lane. Wild shot. That's no good. And timeout called by Miami's coach, Marcus Harrell. This is the kind of melee situation where a coach wants to take a breather so that kids can stay in the moment. So that's a good timeout by Coach Hassel, reminding them their responsibilities. 48 seconds. Oh, wait, I stand corrected. This is the clock for the timeout. So we have a full timeout right now. Would like to thank the city of Fort Wayne for giving Portage a CFAB grant. We'd also like to thank Ms. Lord Carey and Tim Moriarty at LTV. My crew today is none other than Mrs. Madeline Bailey. She's working the camera. And they are kicking the old school jams today. A little bit of Sugar Hill Gang earlier. LL Cool J right now. Tony. Naughty by Nature. OPP. I wish every game had this kind of music. So Portage staying with their full court press. And the shot is blocked, but Eldridge is the one that collects it, and he draws a foul.
For the Indians, Mr. Javante Eldridge.
So the first one comes off the side iron. Minute 30 left in the first half. Portage down 14. And Eldridge misses the second free throw. Wembley with the defensive rebound. Easterly kicks it to King for the three in the corner. That comes off the iron. Rebound secured by Miami. And Portage not getting back in transition leads to another foul committed with 1:12 left in the second quarter.
Foul is on number 25. 35 is second.
And that's Wembley's second foul. The first free throw is no good.
Number 0, Quentin Nelson.
The second one comes off the back iron, secured by Wembley, pushed ahead by King. King kicks it to Tristan Howard, who has it tipped. He saves it underneath his own basket, which is a no. And then Quavion Easterly commits the foul in transition. This couldn't have started any worse for Portage. So they're going to have to find some answers here. Down 16. And so Denard checks in for Miami. Oh, no, that's not Denard. I thought it was Nick Denard. Yeah. And this one comes off, and it's tipped. And it'll be Portage ball with just under a minute to go. And the lead for Miami is 16. They kick it to Caden Hine on the wing. He dribbles it. They pass it to Wembley. Wembley dribbles into a double team. Easterly goes down the lane, shows up a wild shot, and Wembley unable to collect the rebound to get a shot up. And the ball is saved underneath the basket, coincidental contact, and they're going to say that it's Portage ball, which if he's not calling a foul, it should be Portage's ball. So Easterly takes it in, and he's able to get the shot off. And that ball is tipped by Jackson. Jackson picks his pocket, misses the layup, gets fouled, makes the shot. Has an opportunity to bring the lead down to 11 if he can make a free throw. Good to see Jackson get a bucket to fall. And that one rims out. Miami looks to hit the three in transition, and they almost do. And that is the score at halftime. Miami 30, Portage 18. The deficit is 12. So Coach Dean is going to be looking for solutions here at halftime, and we will catch up with everybody once we start the second half. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to watch. All right, we are back at halftime of the Middle School City Championship between the Portage Rams and the Miami Indians. Miami has pretty much held the lead the entire game other than the opening basket, and has essentially been the beneficiary of their intensity, and Portage making things very difficult on themselves. But there's an entire half of basketball left to be played. The deficit is 12 for the Portage Rams, and that's really not that far away for them to close the gap, especially if they start playing with the way that they're capable. So to start the second half, Portage will get the basketball. So Easterly will start with possession for Portage. They look to Wembley at the high post. He shoots a jump shot from the free throw line extended. And Howard gets the rebound. He is fouled on the shot, and he'll have an opportunity to shoot 2 free throws. Not a bad start to the second half if they can put the biscuit in the basket.
At the line, shooting 2, number 22, Tristan Howard.
And he hits the first one. The second one comes off the front iron, but Ishawn Jackson gathers it. Find Caden Hine in the corner, and Easterly comes up with it. And he passes it to Jackson, who lines up a 3. That comes off the back iron, but Caden Hine gets the rebound. Dribbles it off of the Miami defender. Jackson has it up top. And errant pass by Jackson. Luckily, Miami's player stepped on the sideline. The deficit is 11. The Portage is facing with 5.5 left in this quarter. So Easterly advances it across half court. Pass fakes, looks to Ishawn Jackson on the wing. Jackson looks opposite to Easterly. He goes right down the lane, and he is unable to finish the shot. Eldridge with the rebound. And Miami looking to push in transition. And a long three, and that comes off the back iron, and Caden Hine is unable to get the rebound because Eldridge was just too strong for him. The ball ends up coming to Javion Wimbley after the rebound. He goes up, and he makes the basket, and that was a really good no call because that was a flop. If anything, it would have been a foul on Miami. Eldridge looks to break the press. The back tap is almost there. He almost dribbles it on the sideline, but he finds a wide open shot. But that is missed. Howard gets the rebound. He looks ahead to Ishawn Jackson, who goes up. He gets fouled. He finishes it, and he has an opportunity to take this lead down to 6. And that is exactly what Portage needed to start the second half. I'm sure Coach Dean settled his guys down into focusing on what they do well. And that comes off the back iron, but Easterly unable to finish, and so is Howard. And somebody doesn't match up. Wide open three for Miami, that's no good. But Ishawn Jackson with the strong rebound, he looks ahead in transition. Miraculously finds Tristan Howard, who's able to finish despite the awkwardness in the bullet pass. Ishawn Jackson gets another steal. The lead is 5 for Miami. Jackson tries to dribble it through 2 people. And no foul called, but it was obviously off of Miami, but they say it ricocheted out. And so they're saying Miami ball after all that. So Wimbley will check out, and Sanders will check in. Portage basically showing box and 1 because they're worried about Eldridge. They give up a wide open 3, and Eldridge is able to get the rebound. Easterly beats the press by himself, goes up, gets his shot blocked by Eldridge, and after the melee, Quavion Easterly goes into beast mode, secures the rebound, and draws a foul. The first one rims out for Portage with 3.5 to go in the third quarter. 7 points is the deficit. Wimbley checks in for Sanders. And he leaves it short. Wimbley comes up with the rebound. They find Easterly on the wing. Easterly goes down the lane, draws contact, but they don't call anything. And attempted dunk is no good. Caden Hine unwisely dribbles it in a crowd and turns the ball over. And Coach Hassel calls a timeout. 30-second timeout. Couple of other breaks and Portage would have closed this deficit down to 5 or as low as 3. As it turns out, Miami was able to respond and bring it back up to 7. Miami will be taking the ball out of bounds on the sideline with just over 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. So Portage showing matchup zone. Now they're in man. Miami going backwards on this possession. And they've committed to packing it in against Eldridge. And missed shot by Eldridge. Jackson almost has it back tapped, and he is able to get a shot off. He finishes, and boy, they do let him play. They do let him play on the sideline there. A lot of contact, and this is on both sides of the court too. And the floater goes up. And Eldridge able to get the shot off, draw the foul. He'll be shooting 2 free throws.
For the Indians, number 10, Javante Eldridge.
And that foul is on Wembley, and that is his 3rd foul. And the first one is good for Eldridge. And that rims out. Ishawn Jackson gets the rebound, and he wisely gives it to Easterly, who advances it back across half court. Bad pass. And another turnover. And they just called a reach-in foul on Jackson. That would be Ishawn Jackson's 2nd foul.
That foul was on number 25, his 2nd, team 2nd.
Portage is in a spot where they need to finish this quarter correctly. And Eldridge is just too much for Portage right now.
Mr. Eldridge at the line, shooting the bonus.
And he misses the 2nd free throw. And Portage gives up a rebound that leads to a wide open 3. And the lead is back up to 13. And Easterly was about to try to take over the game. Picked up his dribble in a bad spot, and Victor Dean calls a timeout with 1.5 minutes left in the 3rd. So 1.5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. They inbound it to Hine. He passes it to the post to Wembley. He goes opposite to Easterly. Easterly looks to turn the corner. He splits a double team. He's unable to finish. Keyshawn Love looks opposite to Howard. Howard is unable to finish. The ball gets tipped around. And so Eldridge makes a nice pass. And that is an easy basket in transition for Miami. Portage needs a basket now. And Easterly is unable to provide it for them. But Tristan Howard is able to figure it out after a nice pass from Keyshawn Love. He has an opportunity to get a three-point play.
Howard's at the line shooting two. Shooting the bonus.
And he's able to hit, bringing the lead down to 12. Portage needs a lot of mistakes by Miami in order for this to turn around. And there's lots of times to make it. And another Eldridge rebound, another drawn foul.
At the line shooting two for the Indians. Javante Eldridge.
And he makes the first one. And the second one comes off the back iron. Wembley secures the rebound, and he gives it to Easterly. He takes it quickly up to the front court, picks up his dribble. They find Q Love. Q Love passes it to Howard, and Howard is unable to handle it. Another turnover for Portage and an empty possession.
Keith Howard is in for the Indians.
Another three by Miami, and that looked good. And Quavion wisely tried to get a shot up because the quarter was coming to an end, but just wasn't going to happen.
Middle schoolers, make sure you call for your ride home.
So here we are going into the fourth quarter. Portage Rams down by 13. They had the deficit down to 7 at one point and had opportunities to close it even further. But missed shots and turnovers have killed them. And let's give credit where credit is due. Miami has brought the intensity, and they've been able to keep their hand steady throughout all of the stress of this game. Also want to give a shout out to Javante Eldridge, who's put together a massive 3 quarters at this point. And Portage really has not had an answer for him. He's been able to get rebounds even when they double and triple team him. And that's not a good sign if you're Portage. So Miami will start the fourth quarter without Eldridge. Coach Hassel wants to buy as much time and rest as he can so that Eldridge can finish the fourth quarter. He was out of the fourth quarter a lot during the first matchup that Portage won, but it appears that he's going to try to avoid this making the same mistake twice. Portage gets a defensive stop on the opening possession of the fourth quarter, and Tristan Howard is able to hit the 2. That takes it down to 11. And the pass goes out of bounds. Another empty possession for Miami. And Portage has an opportunity to take it to single digits. And a lot of contact, but they're not calling anything. The only person getting any fouls is Eldridge, and he's earning them. And the ball gets tipped out of bounds. It will be Miami's ball with 5:16 left in the fourth quarter. And they catch Portage napping on the backside, and Wembley has just picked up his fourth foul. First free throw comes off of the back iron. Makai King checks in for Wembley. The second one comes off the side iron, and Easterly comes up with it. He passes it ahead to Makai King, who finds Howard in transition, and the lead is 9 for Miami. And that was a tough shot. But Easterly looks to take it in transition all the way, and he's able to answer. Lead is back to 9. And the layup is missed. Caden Hine pushes it in transition. And Easterly says, let me go. And he gets a shot up, and it ends up off of the fingertips of Howard out of bounds. And Coach Hassel's seen enough. He put in Eldridge. So Wembley and Jackson will check in. And they'll check in for Hine and Love. And the good idea by Howard. But bad execution. Makai King goes to Howard down low. Howard turns, it gets picked away from him. And it will be Portage's ball, down 11 with 3:48 left in the fourth quarter. Time is running out on Portage. They need to take advantage of their opportunities. And they basically have to play mistake-free basketball from here on out. That's a good way to start right there. Good-looking shot, but it's no good. Eldridge with the man-sized rebound. And Miami looks to push it in transition. Three ball goes up, and that comes off the back iron. Makai King with the rebound. They look ahead to Howard. Howard is able to gather. And Wembley misses the layup, and it's all Miami players in transition, and it goes out of bounds off of Eldridge. That was good hustle by Ishawn Jackson and Tristan Howard and Makai King. They were committed to not letting anybody dunk on them today. And that was a scary pass by Ishawn Jackson. He's fortunate it did not get picked and go the other way.
That foul was on number 2. His third, team's first.
Wembley checks out.
14 is back in.
King checks out. Hine and Love check in for Portage. Opposite to Ishawn Jackson, who shoots the three. That's good. So now the lead is 8 for Miami. And Miami has an opportunity to make the layup Eldridge can't collect the rebound, and now it is Portage's ball, down 8 with 2:45 left in the fourth quarter. Jackson inbounds to Easterly, and Easterly looking to go fast because there's no time to waste. And Quavion Easterly able to hit the circus shot to close the lead to 6. Oh, and he traveled, but before he traveled, Coach Hassel called timeout. You can feel the tide. You can feel the tide moving here. And so wise timeout by Coach Hassel. Would like to give a shout out to the Portage cheerleaders this year, coached by Coach Bell. They have done a wonderful job both in football and in basketball this year. And they've done some really cool stuff and some cool cheers. So I wanted to give Coach Bell a shout out. So Miami with the ball. And a 6-point lead. And they call Tristan Howard for the reach-in call, fighting for that pass. Portage double face guarding Eldridge, which leads to a turnover. And Quavion Easterly hits the shot, closes the lead to 4, and has an opportunity to finish a 3-point play with 2 minutes and 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's about to get real, as Quavion Easterly says. And it rims out, but there was a lane violation. So Easterly will get a chance to shoot another one. And this one is good. The lead is 3, and the margin of error has just closed. And traveling violation called on Miami in the backcourt. And don't look now, but Portage has an opportunity to tie this game. They go to Howard, who passes it opposite to Easterly. Easterly turns the corner, and he gets a shot up. And it's no good, and Eldridge with the rebound. And the 3-point shot goes up for Miami, and Portage able to come up with the rebound. Easterly looking to finish in transition. He misses. Ishawn Jackson gets the rebound. Ishawn dribbles it through 3 defenders, throws up a wild shot. That is not what Portage wanted. And Ishawn Jackson commits the foul, which stops the bleeding for Miami. So 5-point lead for Miami with a minute and a half. Wembley will check out. Opportunity to take the lead to 6. And that's good. So Portage looking to push it. And Quavion Easterly turns the ball over. Wembley checks in for Caden Hine. Oh, he traveled, and they didn't call it. And that's a good foul. That's a good foul. You got to make him earn it.
That foul was on 15. That is his fourth. Team's fourth. At the line, shooting 2, Javante Eldridge.
And he takes the lead back up to 7.
Number 14 for the Rams. Back in the game. Caden.
That comes off the back iron. Q Love gets the rebound. It goes to Easterly. Easterly goes to Hine. Hine shoots the 3. Comes off. And Howard gets his shot blocked. And it got tipped. It'll be Portage ball down 7 with 55 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. We go to Easterly. Easterly shoots the 3 that gets blocked. Somehow he comes up with it, and he's able to acrobatically finish. The lead is 5. And Hine fouls with 41.4.
That's team's fifth. At the line, shooting 2, number 5, Kelso.
And Kelsaw misses the first one. 5-point deficit for Portage. Second one goes. Wembley inbounds it to Easterly. The ball got tipped. And 15 seconds wasted on that possession for Portage. They had possession with 44 seconds. So let's see what Coach Dean draws up. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Easterly commits his 5th foul, and he's disqualified now. 6-point lead. And the best guard in the city just checked out of the game because he fouled out.
At the line shooting 2 for the Indians, number 3, Mr. Rook.
I mean, you see an embrace between Coach Dean and Coach Easterly. Season well fought. First free throw is no good. 6-point lead with 20 seconds left. It is not out of the realm of possibility for Portage at this point. You never know who's going to step up, and that's why you play the game. And that one's good. Wembley inbounds it to Hine. Hine is pushing it across half court. And he passes it to Q Love, who passes it back to Hine. Comes off of the back iron with 8.6 seconds remaining. And Miami will get fouled with 4.2 seconds to go. And this is all but over. And the first one is good. The second one is good. Makai King will shoot the bank 3, and it counts. But congratulations to Coach Marcus Hassel of Miami and the Miami Indians for a successful season as city champions. I could watch that game over and over again between these two teams. They need to have a series. So congratulations to Miami and their players. Congratulations to Coach Dean and his players at Portage Rams. It's been a long season and a tough season to end this way, but congratulations. And we're signing off, so thank you.